My peoples. Man, listen, you already know what this is. JSmiff in the building. This is Box Center. And of course, it's your favorite boxer's favorite boxing show. We're going to get to it, my peoples, because this is a very interesting topic of conversation that needs to be addressed. Hold on, man. Let me get ready for this smoke with y'all, man. Because you know how I do it. I consistently address the nonsense. Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul. It played out exactly as I expected. I told people that is exactly what was going to happen. Was Jake versus Mike scripted? Jake. I'm doing a little poll for my peoples. Jake versus Mike scripted. That's the magic question, my people. We're gonna start this poll. See if anybody wanna get down. Let me know what you think about it. So, I already posted my prediction. Did that yesterday, obviously, hours before the fight. And I told people, I said, listen, Mike Tyson is almost 60 years old, and Jake Paul is in his physical prime. Mike Tyson had no chance of beating Jake Paul whatsoever. Now, when you say no chance with somebody like Mike, number one, it's hard to actually say that, but number two, you know that he is going to have that puncher's chance. Like if he happens to land that haymaker flush to the chin, he could sleep anybody. But when you have somebody in front of you that's a lot bigger than you, that's a lot taller, that has a lot more reach, landing that haymaker is going to be real hard if they know what they're doing in there. It's just that simple. So now everybody's saying, no, it was scripted, it was scripted, it was scripted. And what I'm seeing is that, everybody that told me Mike Tyson was going to beat Jake Paul woke up dancing to the beat of the same tune. Everybody now wants to say that it was scripted. Well, what that means to me is that people simply can't accept that Mike Tyson got beat by Jake Paul. And that is what truly happened. Jake Paul beat Mike Tyson because he's a lot younger, because he's a lot bigger. And of course, like I said, man, Mike Tyson is nearly 60 years old. If you never boxed, you might think like, no, he got it. He still can do it. But anybody who laced on a pair of gloves and competed knows Mike Tyson didn't even have a chance. Unless it was, like I said, landing that lucky shot and getting him out of there like that. But to actually, outbox Jake Paul for the duration and win on the cards or a late knockout after a tough fight, that wasn't going to happen. That was not in the cards. Sometimes, my peoples, what's supposed to happen is real obvious. And you don't want to see it because you have an emotional attachment. So your opinion is not based on the facts. What you're seeing is more based on what you wish could happen. You just think about it. Jake Paul is 27 years old, I think. He's been training in boxing for like 6 years now with the best available resources. Mike Tyson is someone who hasn't been in the ring professionally for 20 years? It's been a very long time since Mike fought. That's a combination that suggests Jake Paul was going to win that fight, man. That's what was supposed to happen. If you thought that the older retired champion who's almost 60 was going to get in there and look like his old self again, that's not the way that it works. That's why people don't want to they don't want to believe that Jake Paul beat Mike Tyson. They can't accept it. Because if you never boxed a day in your life, you think Mike Tyson can be the old Mike Tyson and do some of the things that he used to do. And no, it does not work that way. Mike Tyson will never be the old Mike Tyson. You know who Mike Tyson could whoop? If you take a 58-year-old man who never boxed a day in his life, or even if you take a 58-year-old man who wasn't a champion, Mike Tyson will put the beats on him. You put somebody his age in the ring with him, Mike Tyson will destroy him. But bro, a 58, 59-year-old man is not going to beat somebody who's in their mid-20s, my peoples. I've been trying to tell y'all that. And everybody talking about, oh, it's scripted because Jake Paul and this. I'm going to tell you like this, yo. The only script that I seen for Mike Tyson and Jake Paul is that Jake Paul maybe could have knocked him out. Maybe they told him, yo, listen, y'all going to fight. Y'all can land some good shots, but you can't knock Mike Tyson out. That I could see happening. You know why? Because, yo, after the fourth round, there were multiple times where it looked like Jake Paul was just holding back. Like he was carrying Mike. Like he didn't want to knock him out. Even at the end of the fight, those last few seconds in the last round, where Mike Tyson was literally just breathing in front of Jake, and Jake bowed to Mike. Yo, he could have slept him right there. So that could have been scripted. The fight was not scripted so that Jake can survive against Mike. It was scripted so that Jake doesn't knock Mike Tyson out. That I can see. So, listen, let's just accept what actually happened. I'm not telling you that Jake Paul's a great boxer or that he's an elite level boxer or that he's going to be a champion. No, my peoples, what I'm trying to tell you is that Jake Paul has been training long enough. He's in his physical prime. He's strong. And a 59-year-old Mike Tyson wasn't going to beat him. You could take any fighter that you find who is 59 years old and Jake Paul will pummel them. He will absolutely batter anyone of that age. If you get Holyfield or other fighters of that era, you put them in there with Jake Paul, they're going to get pummeled. And it's not because he's nice or because he's great. It's because he's a young guy in his physical prime who's very strong, who has a good size. He's a big guy. Yo, he's going to pummel these older men. He out there literally pummeling senior citizens. So there you have it, my peoples. That's my take. That fight went down the way that it went down because that's what was supposed to happen. The younger guy, the hungry guy coming up, making everything happen, putting this event together, bringing in Mike Tyson to fight him. He's the one that was supposed to win. The older, retired champion who hasn't fought in so many years and is not going to come back and fight this young kid, he was supposed to lose. That's just the way that it works out. Que si yo diría 20 veces tu nombre, pero ¿por qué yo diría 20 veces tu nombre? Pero es de relajo que ustedes quieren coger a uno. So there you have it, my peoples. I want to thank you for dropping in. And you already know, man, Box Center. This is your favorite boxers' favorite boxing show. Let me get out of here before they ask me some other weird-ass question. I'm out.